You guys are doing it wrong. I recently discovered that you can use mashed potatoes to toast your grilled cheese sandwiches. It gives you all the best parts of French fries and hash browns, like the golden crispy fried potato crust, but it's still the grilled cheese sandwich that you know and love. But here's the issue. There's a bunch of people who have tried making the mashed potato sandwiches, like I instructed, except they all messed it up. I'm gonna take the blame for that. That's on me. So, not only am I gonna teach you how to make the perfect mashed potato grilled cheese, but we're also gonna experiment with it a little bit and see if we can't make it even better. Let's get started. All right, so part one of this video is gonna be making mashed potatoes. You're gonna need butter, milk, salt, and russet potatoes. These are the potatoes that you would usually see being used for French fries or hash browns or any sort of potato that's fried that you want to be crispy. So that's what we're gonna use here. And now we can start chopping these up. Just decent sized chunks. Try to make them relatively similar sized. So now that these are all chopped up, we can move them into a pot. Then add enough water to cover everything up by a couple inches. You're also gonna wanna salt this water to make sure that it penetrates all the potato while it's cooking. Now I'm gonna bring this to a boil and I'll show you when they're done. Ultimately, what we're looking for is that if you were to dump it out onto your cutting board and take a fork, that you can very easily just kind of smash it down. Look at that one. Count it. They do make special tools that are potato smashers. I probably should own one, but I don't. So if you're like me and you don't own one, a fork does work. It's just gonna take a bit longer. Now we're gonna add in butter. The key for making these mashed potatoes specifically for the grilled cheese is that we definitely want there to be as much fat as possible. 4 russet potatoes to 1 stick of butter. So the reason that it's important for these potatoes to be as fatty as possible is that fat is what makes things crispy when it fries. If we were to add a ton of milk, then it would kind of be too milky, too loose, and it might make the sandwich even soggy. You can definitely add some milk to it though if the potatoes feel like they're a little dry. So I'm gonna add just maybe a tablespoon worth. I feel good about this. Part 2 of the video. This is where I'm gonna show you how to make the grilled cheese sandwich. So in my original video that I made about the mashed potato grilled cheese, I said that you should definitely use a hearty, solid bread, something like sourdough. The reason I felt like we needed to use sourdough is because you're gonna have to kind of push the mashed potatoes into the bread, and a softer bread might just kind of smash. But in this video, I'm actually gonna try also using it on white bread, so we'll know for sure if you can or can't use it on white bread. Look at all the value you're getting. Like and subscribe. What you put inside of the sandwich in terms of cheeses is definitely up to you. Do you notice I'm kneeling in the kitchen right now? These sandwiches, I'm gonna use some Munster cheese and American cheese. I'm gonna grab our bottom slice of each sandwich and add mayo to each one. And so this is the inside of the sandwich. If you don't like mayo, don't put it on. Free will is amazing. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking of so many ways to improve this, which is what part 3 of this video is for, so you better stick around. So we're gonna take some of our potatoes, add a big glob to it. Make sure you're pushing down too, not just spreading. Push it into the holes. Make sure you go all the way to the edges. And then you're gonna wanna try to make this as smooth as possible, because this is what's gonna touch the pan. And if you have any high points or low points, the high points are gonna be the only part that touches the pan, and then your low points won't even cook at all. So we're just gonna do the top side now, and we'll do the other side when it's in the pan. Now here's the experiment. My concern with using a soft white bread is that it's not gonna hold up well to being pressed on, but it looks like I might be wrong about that. This might actually be better. Like I really didn't smash the bread at all. This might work. All right, so this right here is the most important part of this video. You can tell that because I'm actually standing for this part. This is where every video I watched, people were messing up. So watch very, very closely. Normally, when you're making a grilled cheese sandwich, you wanna cook it over a very low temperature, low and slow. That way you get the outside crispy and the inside cheese all melted right about the same time. With these, you do still have to balance your heat to make sure that you're crisping the outside and melting the inside at the same time. But because instead of toasting bread now, we're essentially frying potatoes. Potatoes require a higher heat to get crispy than bread does. So we're gonna wanna cook this over a bit higher heat than we usually would. Everybody's stoves are different, but on my stove, I usually cook a grilled cheese at about a 3 out of 10. For this, I tend to cook around 4.5, maybe even 5. Now the other part that I've seen a lot of people mess up is they're not using enough oil. You're gonna wanna add a significant amount of oil and essentially even shallow fry the sandwich in the pan. Make sure it's pressed down into the pan nice and evenly. I'm using olive oil to fry this potato because you wanna use something a bit higher heat all the way to the edges. It's time! So I also just want to point out that you want, throughout your whole cooking process, there to be a bit of oil in the pan, like this. Once your potatoes get nice and golden crispy like that, it's time to flip. Now I'm gonna bring this back to the heat so we can crisp up the other side. I might even turn the heat up to like 6 or 7 because our cheese is starting to melt, so I wanna make sure we crisp this other side quickly. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, this is a beautiful grilled cheese. Yeah! So we do still need to test if this works on white bread, and I've got a way to level this sandwich up even further, but before we do that, let's try this one. I cannot emphasize how good this is. The mashed potatoes do something for the sandwich that's just unbelievable. Like, if you have to try it for yourself to know what I'm talking about. Let's test the white bread. I'll make this one quick since you already saw the process. Mashed potatoes onto this other side. We're kind of running into an issue because the white bread's crust is toasting really quickly. So you can see it's starting to burn, and our potatoes aren't really ready yet. I'm gonna keep cooking this to see if I can get everything to crisp up. Both sides kind of have the same effect going on, and the middle is kind of soggy. I can't even pick this thing up. Like, look at how soggy it is. Ah! There's a cheese pull, but I mean, like, the flop test, it is full flop. Failed experiment, but now we know. Okay, it's time for part 3 of the video. That's 6. It's time for part 3 of the video. This is the part I've been most excited for because we're gonna experiment with the grilled cheese to see if we can use the potato flavor, enhance it a bit, and make a truly 10 out of 10 grilled cheese. I'm genuinely super excited for this sandwich. So we're sticking with the sourdough bread because that definitely seemed like it was the right way to go. I'm gonna start the same by adding mayonnaise to one side. And this is where we start to get a bit more creative. I'm gonna be adding a bit of cumin, and then I'm also gonna add some turmeric. Oh, that was a lot. I'm gonna take my mini mortar and pestle. Size does matter, because this thing's way too small. Garlic in, and our green chili. I'm actually gonna leave the seeds in because I want this to have a bit of spice. A pro tip is if you're grinding stuff and you want it to go a little faster, you can add a pinch of coarse salt, and it's gonna act almost as like sandpaper in the grinder. And so I know this doesn't look like much, but you gotta remember this is just a raw clove of garlic and some green chili. So the flavors in this are very strong. You also, if you're doing this at home and you don't have a way to grind this stuff up, feel free to just mince the garlic and mince the chili, and you could even mix it in with the mayonnaise and spread it that way. Now we're gonna add on some of our American cheese. Then we're gonna add some Munster cheese. I like to add this because it gives a really nice cheese pull. Now, we're gonna add some tomato. I'm gonna cut these into pretty thin slices so I can layer them evenly over the sandwich. These are curry leaves. Since we're toasting this sandwich in potatoes over a high heat, this is gonna be a great opportunity to extract some of the curry leaves oils into the olive oil and add even more flavor to this delicious sandwich. Add a bunch of mashed potatoes on the outside and smash them into all the holes to get a nice even layer. Now we're gonna take our hot pan, we're gonna add some olive oil, a bunch of it, down with our mashed potato side. I'm gonna pick off some of these curry leaves, add them to the oil. Okay, now it's time to flip the sandwich over. I'm gonna take these leaves out now because I feel like they've done their job. They're nice and crispy. Wait, did I put mashed potatoes on this side? I didn't put potatoes on it. I gotta put potatoes on. I'm glad I realized that before I got too far. Okay, flip back. There we go. More oil. I might throw some more curry leaves in again, just to refresh. Y'all ready for this final reveal? Boom. Crispy, just beautiful. It reminds me of you. Let's see if we got a cheese pull. We're gonna have a cheese pull. Oh yeah. Now that is a sandwich. Cheers. So good. I'm surprisingly not getting much spice from this though, so I definitely could have used a bit more chili. But all the other flavors, really, really good. You should definitely make this. Leave a comment if you have ideas for recipes about how to use this potato crusted grilled cheese sandwich in new and elevated ways. I'd love to hear it. And let me know what you thought about this video. Maybe I should do more of them. Stay cheesy, my cheddar children.